You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. A judge is expected to make a ruling tomorrow on DNA evidence in Rex Heuermann's case. The defense was challenging the techniques used by prosecutors and called for the DNA evidence to be thrown out. Now, prosecutors say the hair analysis connects Heuermann to 6 victims. The Massapequa Park man has pleaded not guilty to the killings of 7 women. Now we'll bring you the results of this ruling live tomorrow from the courthouse right here on Newsday TV. And only in Newsday, new data shows the number of laser strikes on airplanes is down across the state, but rising here on Long Island. The Federal Aviation Administration says incidents on the island make up more than half of all laser strikes so far this year. The FAA has gotten more than 200 reports statewide to the end of July, compared to more than 500 for all of last year. And Suffolk police have named a new chief. 30-year police veteran William Doherty has been named to the agency's highest-ranking sworn officer. Doherty started his career with the NYPD in 1992. The promotion was part of a new leadership announcement. And first in Newsday, an invasive tree-killing fungus has been found on Long Island. So here's a photo of what the laurel wilt disease looks like. The State Department of Environmental Conservation says it kills trees and shrubs in the laurel family, like sassafras and spicebush. It has been found in Dix Hills, Hauppauge, St. James, Greenlawn, and Northport. So officials want folks who spot the fungus to report it to the state's invasive species database. And the first bar is officially open at Grand Central Madison, and commuters may recognize it. Track's Raw Bar and Grill made its debut during the evening rush hour. The Penn Station staple is bringing its signature oyster bar to the new terminal. Other food options are limited, though, because of restrictions for being 15 stories below ground. All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather. It was an absolutely picture-perfect day today. We'll have another one tomorrow with temps in the mid-70s. It's going to be partly cloudy skies, too. But, of course, we'll have that 7-day forecast for you later in the broadcast.
Eight decades ago, our nation and others were embroiled in World War II. Then, 18-year-old David Marshall from New York was drafted and sent to Europe like so many other young men. A member of the storied 84th Division, the Rail Splitters, he landed at Omaha Beach and moved his way towards the front. It was fall of 1944.
I kept saying to myself, what the hell is this little Jewish boy from New York doing here with a rifle?
Drop your chin just a little bit.
Marshall, now 100 years old, lives in Baldwin, his basement walls covered with medals and images of soldiers long gone. But one stands out. In 1944, he says he met a soldier from Long Island, Private Benedict George Schmidt, Schmitty as he liked to be called. The two became fast friends, and as they sat outside a farmhouse in Germany just before their first major battle, Schmitty had a dark premonition. He asked Marshall to visit his parents in Rockville Center if anything happened to him. Marshall says he tried to brush off the request, even though he was scared too.
First words out of my mouth, there's no way in hell I'm going to do that. We went back and forth. Yes, no, yes, no. All right, Smitty, I'll do it. Without giving any thought to the fact that anything would happen to either one of us. The next day, he's dead.
Private Schmidt was killed November 19, 1944, and is buried in a military cemetery in the Netherlands. 6 times Marshall has flown across the pond to visit Schmitty's grave, honoring his dear friend.
I owe it to him. He was my buddy. Nobody goes to see him. My buddy. I had feelings for him.
Marshall says he went on to fight in multiple battles in the European theater and eventually made it home uninjured.
Here's a picture of walking the Sunset Bridge.
But he says it took him several years to muster up the courage to meet Schmitty's family at their home on Kennedy Avenue in Rockville Center, his friend's final wish.
And I was still a very young boy. I was only 21, going on 22 maybe.
But you fulfilled that promise.
I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. I described to them, how he died. They wanted to know how he died. Did he suffer? They wanted to know all the facts.
Even though Marshall is now in his triple digits, he's going to keep traveling to Europe and telling Schmitty's story and that of World War II, because he says these are stories that must never be forgotten.
I'm still a soldier. It's been 80 some odd years since I was discharged. I'm still a soldier. That's why I still wear this. Proud to wear it.
In Baldwin, Andrew Enger, Newsday TV.
Gas station attendant Noor Ahmed says happily he's always pretty busy.
How are you?
The mobile he works at is in Huntington, the only town on Long Island where customers are banned from pumping their own gas.
How can I help you?
The ban on self-service took Gracie Romero by surprise. She was already out of her car. So you can't pump your own gas in town of Huntington.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Town officials say the self-service ban started decades ago with initial concerns about customers skimming gas and overall safety.
I remember waiting in line in the 70s to get gas when there was a shortage, I guess, and they would pump our gas then.
Every gas station that I go to, they always come to you and, fill it up for you. Which is, it's convenient,
But not everyone is a fan of the ban.
Because there's been times that I went to the gas pumps and I wanted to do it myself, but...
Why do you want to do it yourself?
Because then, you feel like you owe somebody something for doing it for you and...
Like a tip?
Yeah.
Others say they simply enjoy the perk.
I mean, sometimes when it's cold out, it's just nice not to have to get out of the car. And then other times it's just nice that you don't get your hands dirty. So I guess I just like being spoiled a little bit.
Huntington's town supervisor says the ban is brought up every time a new gas station moves into the area and admits things could change somewhere down the road.
We'll probably take a look at this and say, all right, if so long as there is a gas station attendant available, then not every gas pump at the gas station needs to be full service. So it becomes optional.
Some drivers told us they don't even think about who's filling the tank unless they're paying more because of it.
If it's the same price, I don't care. If it's more expensive, then I care.
In Comac, I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
The world of trading cards can be exciting.
Oh my God!
But it takes a lot more than ripping open card packs to make it in the business.
Grab your binders, we're trading cards. Well, selling cards. This one's nice.
So let's chat with...
My name's Al Padisano. I work here at Rip and Ship Gaming. I've been doing this for about a year. And I love my job because I love being able to fill these people's collections.
At Rip and Ship Gaming in Deer Park, if you want to be a store employee who's part of the trading card craze, you're going to have to be invested.
You need to have people behind the counter that know what they're talking about. A lot of room to build a community. That friendliness, that rapport building with customers, I think is extremely important in this type of business for people to continuously come back.
And if you're not making friends while at the counter, you're taking care of your customers online. That means managing an online storefront while also spending countless hours doing inventory on hundreds of thousands of cards. Not only does each card have a SKU, but also a condition that the employee has to assign.
A condition of a near mint card can be vastly different between a lightly played card. The price can be extremely different.
And for some, this skill comes easy.
I don't see any big scratches. I'm supposed to be looking, but there's white right here. So that could be an issue for a collector. So I'm going to say it's going to be a moderate.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
You're right on the button.
Yeah!
And let's not forget the virtual crowds who not only enjoy collecting their cards, but also collecting the experience of chasing the card they want most during a live stream.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
If online and virtual crowds is not enough, you'll also have to transform your in-person store weekly, from a local hangout to play games to a battlefield for monthly tournaments. And in some cases, be able to take your store with you as you visit card conventions nationwide.
It's not all just fun and games. Yes, this is an extremely fun job. You know, it's fun being able to work in a hobby that you love, but it's not all fun and games. There's a lot of work that goes into it.
For shop owners, they say it's not just about the collection you see on shelves or in binders, but the collection of people who walk through the door or show up online to support your passion and theirs.
And to be able to fulfill these people's needs that have like-minded, thoughts like me of wanting to get that chase card or wanting to complete a specific set or wanting to start a new binder that they found interest in. It's very fun, very rewarding to be able to help these people do that.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV. All right, let's take a closer look at your 7-day forecast, shall we? So like I said, tomorrow is going to be another dream with temps in the mid-70s. And it looks like it'll be nice throughout the week. Saturday, we have to deal with some thunderstorms. But again, look at that, 70s, 80s. It's going to get really cold Sunday and Monday. Then it'll boost back up Tuesday night. But listen, one day of rain, I'll take that.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
For more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. I'm Ken Buffa. More news coming up.